Right now, you think you're seeing everything. Everything around you. Every detail. Every movement. But you're not. Not even close. Because your senses are limited. Severely limited. There are sounds you will never hear. Frequencies your ears can't detect. Signals passing through you right now. Completely unnoticed. There are colors you will never see. Wavelengths beyond human vision. An entire spectrum hidden from your eyes. And that's just the beginning. Because your brain doesn't show you reality. It filters it. Cuts it down. Removes what it thinks you don't need. And builds a version that feels real, but isn't complete. At any given moment, you are only perceiving a fraction of what actually exists, and the rest is invisible to you. But still there, always there. Think about animals. Some can see infrared. Others can detect magnetic fields. Some hear vibrations from miles away. They live in the same world, but experience a completely different reality. So what does that mean for us? What are we missing? Because if your senses are limited, then your reality is too. And that raises a disturbing possibility. What if there are things around you that you simply cannot perceive? Not because they're hidden, but because you're not built to see them. Not built to hear them. Not built to understand them. Things that exist in the same space as you, moving, shifting, watching, but completely outside your awareness. There have been reports, people describing the same feeling. The sense that something is there, just outside their vision. A presence that disappears the moment you try to focus on it, as if it was never meant to be seen. Or maybe never meant to be noticed. And then there are moments, brief, unexplainable, where something feels off. A shadow that doesn't match. A movement that doesn't repeat. A sound that shouldn't exist. And it's gone. Before you can process it. Before you can prove it. Before you can even be sure it happened. Most people ignore it. They dismiss it. Call it imagination. a trick of the mind. But what if it's not? What if it's a limitation? A boundary? A line you're not supposed to cross? Because once you see beyond it, you can't go back. You can't unsee it. You can't return to normal, because normal was never the full picture. It was just the version you were allowed to perceive. And maybe that's intentional. Maybe there's a reason you can't see everything. Because if you could, if your senses suddenly expanded, even for a second, you might realize something. Something deeply unsettling. That you're not alone. Not in the way you think. Not in the way you've been told. But in a way you were never meant to understand. And maybe you've already felt it. That moment. That subtle shift. That feeling that something is just outside your awareness. Right there. Close. But unreachable. And if that's true, then the real question isn't what's out there. It's this. What's here, right now, that you cannot perceive? And what would happen if suddenly you could?